Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends retro carded Moon Knight. This is a Target exclusive. It was a Walgreens exclusive beforehand. I don't know if it's exclusive anywhere else in other countries, just in the US. I don't know. I live in the US, that's what I know about it. And the other thing I know is that looking at it in the box, this was an instant purchase for me. Because what I did, I pre-ordered it, canceled my pre-order. It was like, alright, you know what? I want to see if I can find it in stores before I order it online. I did find it, and I was almost tempted to grab two. One to keep in box and one to open. I just picked up one because this thing is so nice looking. You know, you got the nice little description on the back along with another picture of Mark. Or Steven, or Jake, whatever you want to call him, Moon Knight. Get the name right there. Little Avengers logo up. I thought there was an... Doesn't matter. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this guy out of the packaging, because I cannot wait to play with him. And here we have Moon Knight out of the packaging, and he looks just as good as he did in it. Of course, this is, again, just the re-release from Walgreens. But if you're like me and you couldn't get it back then, now's your chance. He's even cheaper than when I bought him. I think he's down to, what, $12 now? So, if you don't have him already, go pick this guy up. And I'll show you why you should. Because the accessories alone should be enough. Especially with Moon Knight. And this is, like, the ideal comic book Moon Knight. Even if he has all the pins and all that extra stuff. Again, re-release. And since it's all white, the pins really aren't that noticeable unless you're looking for them. So there he is all stood up. As you can see, he does come with the bow staff. It's the same one that came with the Armored Moon Knight from, not last year. It was February, I think, when that came out. Whatever. He does have, I think it's mostly all just the same parts. Because he also has the fist and... I do have that armored one sitting right over here, so we can just kind of put them side by side. And yeah, that does look to be the exact same. Now, if you're like me and you bought the armored one because you thought, they aren't going to redo this version of the character. They're going to redo that. It was a Walgreens exclusive. But we were wrong. Because this is one-to-one the exact same figure that came out at Walgreens. Because he also comes with this nice alternate head, which, I don't know, I don't like it as much, but I definitely see the appeal. Put the neck back, there we go. It doesn't want to go on, let me just... So it was a struggle to get it on him, but there it is, and as nice as they both look, I do prefer the all-white. I just think it looks overall better because there's no other black to really help this contrast. He also, of course, comes with two gripping hands and two fisted hands with holes in the top because he comes with these little toenails. Yeah, they're annoying to use because you just have to plug them in there and they pop out so easily. You can already see I've knocked that other one loose. Just trying to get this one to line in, and I've knocked it out. That's great. And there's no, specific order for these, which is also annoying. Come on. Yeah, so I can't really get all three in there because my hands are just too big. But I can get, two like that. You can see where they just plug in there. Super easy, super convenient. But he also comes with these bigger ones. He comes with two, but I'm not going to show them both off. You just slide it in to this hand here like a little batarang. And boom. Just like that, you have him with a little moonerang or whatever they're called. Just looking at details, though, because the figure is what you're buying this for, not the accessories. He does have a very nice, blue wash. It shows up much better on the camera, but you can see that there where it kind of adds some light shading. It's on the chest very prominently on this side. It's even on the back of the cape here. And again, camera shows off much better than it does in real person. Like in front of you is what I'm saying. So it's not as blue. A lot of it's just the light. You can see it goes away when I take it off, but it's really apparent there. Same with the darkened bit on the back. The front is a lot more apparent in person, but it's also covered the entire time you'll have this figure on display. So, not really anything to worry too much about, but yeah. I don't have a lot to say on this figure. It's very basic. The articulation is just look up about that far. Can't quite go into a T-pose. Might be able to if you're willing to stretch further than I did there. His biceps swivel. Double jointed elbows. Both his hands just go up and down. I know I did that in the wrong direction. That one goes up that far. Down like that. He does have a butterfly joint, which allows for a lot of good articulation right there. Look at that. Then he can also stretch forward quite a ways. Of course, he has a nice little ab crunch. Goes back that far, forward like that. Does have a hip swivel right there. But I have his belt covering it, so he can't really do it. But all you gotta do is just slide the belt up. Can't really slide it down because his legs will get in the way. Leg kicks up that far, thigh swivel, double jointed knee, foot kicks out like that, kicks up that high, and he does have some ankle pivot, and oh yes, and a shin cut. I did forget that, but that is there. And while I'm going over this, I can see that just some slight shading was done to these. It's very minute, you can barely tell it, but it's also very well textured. And I believe this is off the Sunfire buck. I could be wrong about that, though. But I think that's what this is from. So, let's actually get him stood up next to some other figures. And we'll just start with that Armored Moon Knight that I reviewed about, what, 9-ish months ago? 10? Something like that. And between the two of them, I think this can look a lot sleeker. But, here, let's actually swap the head and get the white one back on, just so I can really show this one off in my favorite form. I think overall I do like this better, and if you're wondering why he is taller, the feet down there do have a slight elevation, and that seems to be the only difference. The only other big up this one has, and these are both just re-releases. This came out in 2017, this came out in 2020, so it's not like there's anything new to them. But this one does have new sculpting that's pretty specific to this version of the character. This one doesn't, outside of just the forearms and shin. So take it as you will. I would say get this one if you are going to get a Moon Knight. It is your most ideal version that you can find. Like, when I think Moon Knight, I think of a guy dressed all in white hunting werewolves, just like he did in his first appearance. And if we compare him next to other Street Fighters, or Street level heroes in Marvel, if they will stand, maybe, there we go. You can see this Moon Knight is a little on the short side, but it's not super noticeable. I don't know, it's not noticeable when he's on his own, and truthfully, I'll have this guy in a jumping pose like I did at the start, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, with all that said, guys, what do you think of this figure? And actually, tell me in the comments below. Christmas was a couple days ago, or yesterday. It was yesterday, actually. Man, my brain is messed up. Christmas was yesterday. What'd you guys get? Anything interesting? Any figures of the year? I have a few reviews on some things I got coming up, so do be looking forward to those. I also have my top 10 action figures, top 10 legends, so those are pretty exciting videos, and I will be posting every single day leading up to January 1st. And then I'm hoping that is the day where I will post my top 10 action figures from this year or my Marvel Legends, whichever I decide to do first, will be the one posted December 31st. So, all that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye!